kindergartners. All right, it's almost Thanksgiving, so my turkey's still up. I hope you're excited about Thanksgiving. Okay, we're going to take a look at this first page in 6.2, and it says, Daniel sees two boats on the water. I want to show you that you don't have to use the little chips that I had for you. You can certainly use these little yellow and red chips, and I think they work perfect. You can use your long linkets if you want to use manipulatives, but I definitely want you to grab something to use, okay? I found these little, I guess they're called bulldog clips or something like that, but I found these little clips, and that's what I'm going to use because I want you to see that you could use anything, really. Daniel sees two boats on the water. Then two more boats go out onto the water. It says use red and blue cubes to show how many boats are in each group, but you don't have to use cubes. You could use anything. You could use blocks or Legos if you wanted to. How many boats are there in all? So if I have two boats here and two boats here, how many do I have when I put them all together? I bet you already know. 2 plus 2 equals 4. You're correct. Let's go ahead and grab our pencils. And we are going to start by drawing two boats over here and two boats over here. So we already did it with manipulatives. Now we want to transfer that onto our paper. I've got my two clips or my two groups of clips here, so I will remember. I'm going to start here. Here's one boat. You could even draw boats if you wanted. And there's my second boat. And then I'm going to put another boat here. Whoops, a daisy. That's not what I wanted to do. One boat and two boats over here. All right, so do I have my two groups of two? I sure do. Let's go ahead and make our numbers. Here's the number 2. What was that symbol we put in the middle? Do you remember? It was a plus sign. Plus another group of 2, right? Whoa, 2 equals, and how much does it equal all together? It equals 4. You're correct. Let's go ahead and make our number 4. Down, over, and then we cross. Because 2 plus 2 does equal 4. Good work, kindergartners. Let's go to the next page, which is our video. Let's see what our video tells us today. If it loads. That silly internet, huh? Here we go. This one we're just going to listen to it. Looks like there's no breaks.
What joining story can you make up about the boats? One story could be that you saw one boat on the ocean. Then you saw two other boats on the ocean. How many boats were there altogether? Let's find out. You can show each boat with a cube. How can you use the cubes to find out how many boats there are altogether?
I could put my cubes together, couldn't I?
You can connect the cubes to join the groups. Now let's see how you can write your drawing as a sentence. 1 and 2 is 3. What does this sentence tell? It tells how many boats there are altogether when you join the groups.
Except for we know our symbols, don't we?
How many boats are there altogether when you join 1 and 2?
1 plus 2 more equals?
There are 3 boats altogether.
Good job, kindergartners.
You have learned how to join two groups to find how many there are altogether and write numbers that tell how many in each group and how many altogether.
Woohoo, he did a jump for you. Good job, kindergartners. We're going to add the symbols, though, because remember, we've been practicing the symbols, and I think we can do it. So let's go ahead and grab your pencil. And we're going to do the first couple pages together. We'll do this one for sure, and maybe we'll do the next one, too. Okay, this one already has the boats divided up for you. So there's one boat over here, and we're going to put the number 1. And then 3 more boats joined this boat. And then I'm going to put my 3. Now, what was that symbol between it? Who remembers? I bet you do. It's a plus symbol. And you're going to put that plus right there in the middle. Now, we're going to say 1 plus 3. What's the next part of our sentence? 1 plus 3 will equal, which means it's going to be the same as this number over here. And what number is that? It's the number 4. Good job, kindergartners, because this 4 is just like saying 1 plus 3. If I have 1 plus 3 over here, or I have 4 over here, are they equal? Are they the same? Would my alligator stand right in the middle with his mouth open wide, not knowing what to do? He would. All right, let's try it over here. 3 over here. So we're going to write, and I should have counted them, but I know you could see it from subitizing. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to write my number 3 here. Takes me a while to get better at this. Oh. And then I'm going to have how many boats are over here? 2 are in this group, so let's make our 2. Now, what was that symbol we're going to put between it? The plus symbol. Good work, kindergartners. And then if I'm going to add 3 plus 2 more, what symbol am I going to show what they equal? I'm going to I'm going to show what it equals. That was not an equal sign, but we'll work on it. I don't know why it keeps doing that. What does 3 plus 2 more equal altogether? It's 5. I know you know it. Good job. 5. Hopefully your equal sign looks more like an equal sign than mine. Let's go ahead and read it though. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Hey, this is a good time for me to tell you, when you're in your books, try not to erase too much because your paper in those workbooks is super thin. Maybe some of you have already noticed that they really rip easily. Be very careful with that. All right, here comes our next one, and I'm going to do some of this together, but I bet you can do some of it too, and I want you to have the practice. The first thing you're going to notice is all of our boats on these pages are in 2 different groups, aren't they? So you're going to count one group, then you're going to count the second group, and then you're going to figure out how many there are all together. These are a little bit harder than the last ones we've done. So let's count this first group. From subitizing, I know what it is. I wonder if you do. Let's count it anyway. Whoops, I better get a pencil. Let's count it anyway, just to make sure, okay? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 boats on this side. And I knew from subitizing that this was definitely 5. Now, what am I going to put instead of an and? I'm going to put that plus sign. 5 plus, and how many are over here? I know you know. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're right. 4 are over here. Now this is where it might be tricky because now we're going to put our equal. When we're trying to figure out what 5 plus 4 is, we might be able to figure it out on our hands. But when we see this large of a group, it's really, really hard to subitize. Usually most people can only subitize up to 7. That's about what our brains can handle. So we're going to go ahead and count this just to double check. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something. We already know this is 5, don't we? Do we have to count it again? Or do you already know? I know it's 5. Do you know it's 5? If you already know this is 5, you could just say 5 and keep counting. Let's try it that way. So this is 5. 5, what comes after 5? 6, 7, 8, 9. Guess what? Your teacher knows that 5 plus 4 does equal 9. If you want to double check though, go ahead and recount them all. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What I just showed you was a good strategy for addition in math, and that's called counting on. So you already counted that 5. You don't have to count it again. It's kind of like, I know I have 5 fingers, right? Do I have to count these fingers to know that there's 5? I've counted them a whole bunch and they never change. They're always 5, right? I think so. So if I have 5 fingers, I know it's 5. And if I add 4 to it, now all I have to do is count the 4 because I know these are 5. So I could say, and actually I know that this is 9 from practicing a whole bunch, don't I? But I could definitely just say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. All right, kindergartners, go ahead and finish this page. And then I want you to go to the next page and I want you to finish this one too. Okay? This is your independent practice. You should be able to do this by yourself, and then you should have your helper check you. Okay? The only thing that's going to be a little bit different is this last one is higher order thinking. So what it's telling you is if I have 1, what do I add to it to get 3? How would I do that? I have 1 Lincoln, but I want to have 3 all together. How many more am I going to, oops, oh, I dropped one on the floor of my bulldog cubes. How many more am I going to need to get to 3? You can draw that. If I have 1, how many do I need to get to 3? See if you can solve that all on your own, but have your helper check you. All righty. Good job, kindergartners. Go ahead and finish, and I'll see you next week.